Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am sorry that I am not here today, but today I want you to be working in Google Sheets. So I need you all to log into your Google Drive, click on the new button, and choose Google Sheets. And when you open up a new Google Sheet, it's going to look like our spreadsheet like we did for if those of you who had to do your formulas for your fitness project or your fast food project with the different calories and things like that. But today, I'm not making you do formulas. There's a very famous author's birthday tomorrow on Thursday, and that author is Dr. Seuss. So I want us to do a thing called pixel art, which is where we make various pictures using different colorings and resizing of our columns and our cells in Google Sheets. Remember, our active cell is this blue box right here. And then all of these other boxes are our cells, but the one that is active is the one that's in the blue. Then we need to make sure we need to resize these because these aren't going to give us a good representation. It's going to make it our Grinch look much bigger than we need it to. So what I want you to do is we are going to select columns A through O. And when we do that, to select them all, you have to hold the control button as you click on each of the columns. And see how I am adding each one as I go? So I'm going to keep clicking over so that this way I can then get all of the columns I want so we can resize them all at once. So now I have selected all these columns, and now I am going to right click while still holding the control button and then choose resize selected columns. And instead of having 100 here, we need to adjust it to 75 to make them look a little bit less rectangular, but it's still a rectangle, but not as rectangular. If you want, you can choose to resize them to no smaller than 60. Anywhere between 60 and 75 is okay for this project. So now, see the difference in our cell size? Because P is a regular cell size and there is O. They're a little bit different. And then we're going to use our paint bucket to change our colors. Miss Anine is going to pass out to all of you the directions for how the cells with the Grinch. One thing to remember, for example, it tells us it wants us to, the very first one, I purposely left a column so you can check mark things as you go. It says I3 and then a dash and then I28. That means you are going to go to column I and go to I3, which is right here. And now I3 through 28, I'm going to select all of those. I3 through 28. Now that whole thing is selected. Now I'm going to my paint bucket and I'm going to change it to a green. So I'm going to choose this green. But that's not really Grinchy green. So I'm going to go down to say this green. That's a little bit closer to Grinch green. Okay. And then whatever green you choose, you need to be consistent throughout so that your Grinch looks the right way. When you are done, you must turn in your Grinch on Google Classroom. There is a Dropbox for it already set up. Make sure you do not forget to add. I will post another video about how we add an assignment to Google Classroom if needed. Then, if there's extra time by the end of the class period, there is a Lorax one you can do as well as a Cat in the Hat. But this is what you are working on so you get comfortable with selecting cells in Excel as well as coloring things. And I figured after we just did a more detailed project with our fast food, giving us a break to do something that's going to be a little bit more fun. Do not forget to change your spreadsheet name to whichever it is. So right now, this is the Grinch. I am going to rename this the Grinch and then put your name in there. Don't lose points for not putting your name in there. Well, I hope you have a great class, and I'm looking forward to seeing your Grinches. And then if you do the Lorax and the Cat in the Hat, I will also put drop boxes on there so that you can submit those as well. I hope you had fun today.